It's another school week, and trust me to always make snacks for my girls for the week. Today I am making moist red velvet cake. Very easy and perfect recipe. The first thing I'm doing is sieving the flour. This makes the flour very light and easy to work with. For this I'm using 2 cups of flour. I went in with 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt, and I sieved them. I was done sieving out the dry ingredients and I'm supposed to put in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I opened this up and realized that it is. So I'm going to be skipping that part, but you should put in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder into the dry ingredients and mix. In another bowl, I went with a cup of sugar, 2 raw eggs, 1/2 cup of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. For our red velvet cake, I'll be putting this red food color. You can use the liquid one or the gel, but I am making use of the powder. So I just put in 1 teaspoon of the red food color into the wet ingredient and I mixed properly. Next is to add our milk. I'm making use of buttered milk and I put in just 1 cup. I mix that well. So what we are going to do now is to add the dry ingredient to the wet ingredient. Remember, our dry ingredient contains our flour, salt, baking soda, baking powder, and I'm going to be putting this in little by little. After you're done mixing, it should be looking this way. Note, you don't have to put in the entire flour you sieved out. What you see me putting in there is 1 teaspoon of vinegar and I mixed that thoroughly. Today I did not feel like using any baking pan. I want to make cupcakes. So for this I'll be using this cupcake cleaners or muffin papers or baking cups, anyone you choose to call it. So all you just have to do is put in the batter into the cupcake cleaners, but I had a little bit of a problem because I do not understand why I am pouring in the batter into the cupcake cleaners and the papers are just expanding, like it's becoming flat. And with the quantity you're seeing me put, it is not even plenty. I made sure it wasn't. So what I did was just to bring them together, like join them together so that it doesn't keep expanding. Next is to put in the batter into a preheated oven, and it didn't even take so long, just a few minutes, and it was ready. So this is what our moist red velvet cake is looking like. I've not tasted this, but I just knew it was going to be perfect. And you can even see that I had to triple this muffin papers to prevent it from expanding the more. Go do my cake. This came out so delicious, but the little problem I had was that it was just sticking to the paper and it was annoying. So tell me if you'll be eating or you'll be passing.